I don't know how common this is, but this is the lockout lever for a B&M shifter. I'm not sure what model it is, but it broke off on the bottom here, and I tried to. No, that's actually where the ground clamp melted into it. I tried to extend it with some aluminum MIG welding, but I guess this thing's just pot metal, so it just breaks off. You see it just breaks off where the weld is. Anyways, I thought, well, let's make another one. So I made this one out of steel. So I just found this rod. It's the same diameter as the original piece, and I hammer formed. I just took a short chunk of it and hammered it flat and welded it on and dressed it up a bit. It turned out pretty good. It looks like there's a bit of a undercut there on the weld, but I'll just point that forward. I was going to paint it, but I don't think I'm going to bother. Only about this much of it shows from my thumb up, so looks like I had an orange for dessert. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it natural. It might rust up a bit, but so it's for this little hot rod S10. This is a 406 cubic inch engine. I didn't build it, but it's got some issues. It smokes really bad out of the left tailpipe. Pulled the plugs out of this side, and the two middle ones are fouled up pretty bad. So I'm thinking it's either, I kind of doubt it's the rings. I think it's the intake manifold gasket. So I'm not going to do it. The customers have already done a ton of work on this truck, put a ring gear in it and a starter, and fixed the exhaust system, and he had a single belt run across here from the alternator over the top of the water pump and down to the power steering pump and down to the crank. So it's running on this front shiv here. So I welded another shiv on the back of this one, and this was always adjustable, but alternator was mounted. Where was it? I think it was the pivot point was down, and this hole down below it, and it was sitting up here. So I made a bracket. Comes off the front bolt of the engine there, the front engine mount bolt, and underneath. So that's a little better setup. I had to put a steering box in it because it was leaking. Yeah, what else? Anyways, so this is the main gig right here today, I guess. So this slides into the shifter in the bottom. So I had to flatten that out, and I got to drill a hole in this or thread it. I might thread it and put a couple of nuts on it if I can find the right size nuts. So anyways, I don't know how common this problem, but this is the way to fix it. It's never going to break. Something else is going to break. These are a little longer than the original ones that you probably saw. And I don't know, I think it looks cooler. I think maybe the only downfall to that is when you crash your truck and slide into the shifter, there's more material here to dig into your leg. But anyways, we don't want that to happen. Could happen with this thing. It goes sideways. All this power it's got. But anyways, here's the shifter deal. And yeah. See if we can slide it in here. go. The other one has a bend in it. The shaft's bent. I don't really see why that's necessary. I don't really know what that would do. I think this is going to work just fine. The way it is. Goes up and down in there fine. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm having fun doing it. Yeah, here it is. It got threads on it. It's just 1/4 inch. 1/4 inch coarse thread. So see how this goes here. I don't know if I can do this all here. I'm gonna put the phone down here. Oh, I covered it with my fingers. That's why I couldn't see anything. I don't know if I can see what's going to be seen here. Not a lot. Anyways, that's where the phone's going to be. So, there's a spring. You can see the spring. It's got to go in here. Can't see a darn thing. I can barely see a thing. Spring goes flying. Okay, it's inside the spring. Oh, can't keep the spring on top of the mechanism though. This is really difficult. Okay, there we go. It's through the hole. Thread a nut on. Hopefully I don't drop it. Okay, see if she works. Appears to work. Wow, that really gets sucked down. I just made it long enough. First, second, third. Oh, that's working properly. That's first, second, third, neutral, neutral, third, second, first. 1, 2, 3. And then Now you got to pull it back into third, and then you can ram it into park. Okay, so drive, reverse, I think. Let's reverse. You can go from reverse to drive, but you can't go from drive to reverse. There we go. It does work. One, second, third, reverse, or park, yeah, park, park, Yahoo! So here's the part you couldn't see when I was installing it. So the T handle goes down through here, and this is the spring I was struggling to get in, and the nuts down here. So yeah, I played around with this a bit more. It all seems to be working just fine. I'll have to sorry, I'm thinking in my head. I'll have to put another nut on there and just lock it all up, and then take it out for a spin. See if I can burn some rubber. No, just kidding.